What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Integrated Men's Network, where our goal is to be able to provide you amazing information about the manosphere as well as leveling yourself up, both inside for yourself as well as entrepreneurship and your career. And in today's episode, we're going to be having a reaction video, and I'm going to be bringing in my boy, one of my good friends, that dude named Dave from the Jump Off podcast and also the Boxing Now podcast. What's going on, man?
Hey, I'm good, man. Can't call it. How you doing, Mike?
I'm good. I'm good. So anyways, you know what's going on. There's a disturbance in the force in the manosphere.
It's a heavy
And
disturbance, and I feel its presence weighing deeply on me right now.
I know the sentinels are coming in, man. They're coming into this whole world. But I think that people are being exposed. And this is what happens where unfortunately some guys try to peacock themselves but then get exposed themselves, and it's just pretty crazy, and people are choosing sides. People are then now deciding to be in the middle and just try to say let's just have some peace. And so I think it's pretty interesting. So it's going to be, if you guys don't know by now, it's an altercation going on between Abba and Preach in their channel and Fresh and Fit. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a reaction video. We're going to pause through this video, and before we even continue on, I just want to be able to mention that this is a fair use situation, and so this is our fair use descriptions right here. For the full thing, you'll be able to read it in the descriptions down below. It's fair use, just to be able to let you guys know it's for criticism and critiques. And let's go ahead and get started with this. All right, so I'm going to start the video, and then we'll go from there. All right, man?
Okay.
Are better than you niggas, period.
People want to know our thoughts. I'm gonna keep it really brief, right? I don't have much thoughts on their platform. Are they doing some good things for some people? I'm sure. I have no doubt. I'm not even denigrating that. We just came at them for their ideas in regards to paying for box and all this stuff. Thought it was full of shit.
I'm like, yo, relax, niggas, don't pay for box.
Even more, what I find really distasteful is you come to find out that Myron Gaines himself, right, the so-called pickup artist, the master,
Oh boy.
has his own Seeking Arrangements account, his own profile. All right, this is on the web. You can find it. This man's out here talking about don't pay for box, don't pay for box. He's on a website for sugar daddies and sugar babies. Okay.
Oh,
All right. You want to be a giant hypocrite? Do your thing. Okay. Then you come to find out this man's talking about, listen, we want burning desire from ladies. Ain't that what they say? Right? You want to get their best. So you got to earn it. Come to find out, this man's telling girls in the DMs that if they want to come on the platform, they have to fuck. And if they don't, he gets upset about it and he gets all pissy. Oh, you fucked all my other boys. You won't fuck me, then you can't get on the platform. So wait, you want to bang a girl who just wants to come on the platform for clout? And you think that's burning desire?
Whew. He went
Man.
swinging for that one, man. So what do you know so far about this going on? What do you have to share? What are your thoughts, with what we've seen so far?
Well, first of all, I had no idea that Fresh had a Seeking Arrangement account. God dizzle. I mean, I like their content for Fresh and Fit. I check them out every once in a while, especially their after hours joints when they have all the ladies on there and the message that they give out about, things that they're saying. And then for that to be exposed, to have an SA account, I ain't mad at him for having an SA account, but dang, man, that is a total hypocrisy to what he is spitting out here every day, man, in these podcasts. Wow. It's almost that's a mic drop right there for some people, but man, I know they kept going. What do you think about that, Mike?
Well, number one is like, listen, having like a sugar daddy account, whatever, like that, if that's something that they want to do, that's something that they want to do. I mean, but the thing though is, as a man, there's one thing where your word is your word.
Mhm.
And if you're spitting all this game saying, you would never pay for box, you would never do such a thing, with all that, it's about high value. The woman goes after for this, and then all of a sudden your action speaks totally different. Right there alone, you are not. No one can trust you. No
You're
one
not
can trust
authentic.
you anymore.
I thought the show was
Exactly.
authentic. I thought it was real. These are two guys, so I'm checking out from Miami. I'm thinking, oh man, these guys are kind of cool. I kind of rock what they're saying. You know, I mean, of course, they're a different demographic and age group than me, but it's entertaining, and I can see how some parallels could apply if I was single out here in these streets. But then you see that, like I said, no judgments. You want to seek an arrangement account, go ahead and get it. But you can't be on that show doing what they doing and saying what they saying, and then have that profile pop up. Man, that's a hard cap.
I mean, that's like pretty much like saying like that's the Black Harvey Weinstein type of a setup. You know, you want to be in this show. Now I get it. Those girls need need exposure more for their OnlyFans account because that's what most of these girls are doing. That's in their accounts. So I get it. But at the very same time, is there's one thing where all right, you can surround yourself with a bunch of women, all right, and then game yourself up to be able to make them want to probably sleep with you, whatever. But to say that the only way that you're gonna come in here is if you're gonna give it up, and right there alone that is low value situation for him, and now he messes things up. And then take it to the next thing when you saw that his little hookup account, he's holding a freaking dog.
Yeah,
And
that's
he's holding a dog. There's nothing wrong having a dog.
no.
If he has, I don't know what that Yorkie, what Shih Tzu, whatever he has, right? Nothing wrong with that. But that right there is straight up simping behavior, saying, "Hey, look, I have a dog. Don't you want to say, oh, that's so cute?" So right there alone,
Mhm.
he just exposed himself. And what's nice is if as we watch this video, we're gonna look into his body language and his tonality a little bit. And I think that right there is going to be pretty fun to kind of assess with this guy. So
Okay.
let's continue on with the video and see what else Abba and Preach got to say.
And again, guys, I don't even care that he goes about that way to bang girls. Do whatever you want. You earned your platform. Go ahead.
Yep.
Me, it's the hypocrisy of these ideas. You preach to these men that they have to always seek this thing, that this is the way to live, that this is the best way, but you don't even walk the talk. That's what I find distasteful. It's like a Derek Jackson talking about be faithful to your wife, don't pay for box. Come to find out this man's cheating on everyone. How are you any different? Can you tell me? Now everyone's gonna get, well, we're attacking people in the manosphere. I don't care about the manosphere. I don't care about none of this. Move with integrity in life. That's it. I'm not here about some scene. Oh, you can't go on this podcast. I don't care. At the end of the day, the truth remains the truth. When I came into the game, when I was listening to Patrice, we didn't call it red pill. We just called it the truth. These niggas is fronting on some points. That doesn't mean they're not helpful to you. Maybe if you're one of their fans, right? Maybe they help you with finances, fitness. Maybe even they helped you with game. I don't know. But all we talked about were these ideas and how they were hypocritical.
Here's the thing.
You guys been blowing us up, man.
Yeah, you guys been blowing us up with DMs and everything.
Comments.
Apparently, Abba and Preach decided to make a video talking smack out of nowhere, out of left field, and
it's funny
about capping and paying for box. And I was like, didn't we talk about this several months ago? Like, why are you guys bringing this up like now? Like, what the hell?
We're trending, man.
Yeah.
The only reason we brought it up later is because we already covered a couple of videos from that podcast and the second one after. And we did both podcasts on the same day. The first one, and then came back later on for the second one. I completely forgot about the first one. So I covered the second one. And then months later, somebody sent me a link to it. It's like, hey, what did you think about this conversation? So I rewatched it. I'm like, hey, man, there's a lot of dumb things that were said.
Preach's body
It's not that
language.
deep.
So
Okay, this
stoic
whole
right
idea
there.
that there's some giant conspiracy, it's not that deep. But anyways, if you guys wanted to know, that was why.
We're trending, man.
And so right there alone, right? So right,
I do
right
not
there
know what's
alone.
going on in his head though. He was just being quiet. His eyes were going. He was ready to put hands on both of them.
Again.
Yeah, it's just crazy what he did, right? It's just see, you can see right there just the difference in their body language. Like from, you have Preach just holding his ground, and that's the thing with Preach. He's always like just stoic, just holding his frame. But when he gets pissed when he starts walking around. That's when he starts walking around. You can tell he's pissed, and he's just there and he's holding it. And that's the thing, for guys watching out there, do you see the difference between how Abba and Preach is handling the whole thing, being calm, stating their points, and also putting the logic behind their argument, whereas the other guys is just like, oh, they doing this, they're doing that. And right there alone, it's just funny to me. How about you, man?
You hit it right in the nail. I don't. I mean, I don't know what to add there. Like you said, the body language, his facial expressions, like he just looked like he was on 15 on a 10-point scale. Like he was
Mhm.
already fed up. Like I'm ready to do some things right now. Why are we even talking right now? Like you said, the whole body language, the whole stoic, he was just, you can tell how still he is. Like he is focused and ready for the task at hand. Whatever, before they turn the camera on, I could only imagine all the MFs and all the stuff that was flying on before they hit record. Oh boy.
Yep. And that's the thing. It's like, plus also one thing that, as the guys are watching these videos, pay attention to how, Fresh and Fits, their vocal tonality goes up. Like, that they're hot and bothered because typically when they're in their comfort zone, they talk really slow. They actually, they do what they, the typical high value man technique where instead of having a inflection in your vocal tonality, they will talk down on a command type of a setup. But if you see what they're doing right now while you guys are watching this, pay attention. It's always hitting a high pitch sound. So right there alone, that right there is pretty much feminine body language, and they're scared. They're defensive, and that's the fun part about this. So let's continue on with the video and see how it goes.
Don't, right? And then I thought to myself, why would they bring this up now? Chris, can you show Exhibit A real fast? So let's see here. Let's see. These guys have almost 1 million more subs than us, guys. All right.
So we're the blue line.
We're the blue line. They're the red. They have 1.38, which is 1,380,000 subscribers. Guys, we only have 430,000 subscribers.
Yep.
Okay. We have literally like less than 1/3 of their joint, right? And we got 20 million views, and they got 14.9 million views. Ouch. Very interesting for you guys to go ahead and make a video insulting us months after the fact. I wonder why. Oh, it's because we're hotter than you guys right now.
All this talk about
Now, before they start speaking and stuff like that, that's just the funny part about me. It's like, didn't last time I checked, wasn't Abba in their channel when they were still down, and Abba and them were in the high position, and they gave him props by showing up. I mean, that's one thing.
Mhm.
And the next thing is, Abba and Preach like pretty much dropped the bomb in them by showing, the screenshot of them begging for some punani just for them to be able to,
Yeah.
for those girls to show up, and then drops a bomb in regards for his all of a sudden now sugar daddy stuff, paying for box and stuff like that. And what they did right there is a straight up the worst thing in an argument. And so, one thing that I want to kind of do is share with, for a lot of the guys out there, you guys have to understand the right way to have a disagreement or to be able to argue. So I'm going to go and show them. I'm going to show a chart here. Okay. So
Okay.
this chart right here, guys, if you guys are looking at the contradictions and responding to tone, ad hominems, and name calling, right there alone, whoever starts an argument in any of those, as it goes down low, you're acting like a feminine woman. That's a feminine tactic. That's why you hear women always attacking men with ad hominems, calling you gay slurs, calling you guys the weaklings, calling you guys nothings. That's how women attack. When a real person, a real man who knows his frame, who holds his frame, will back up his argument and disagreement by starting off with in the top 3. So pointing out a flaw in the central point. Pretty much, you're actually going to show logic by sharing, I have this information, this information, this information. That's why you're wrong. And if the other person responds with pretty much ad hominems and name calling, you got the person running. And that's why you're going to see that stuff where contradictions, responding to tone, ad hominems, and name calling, if they start in an argument that way and you guys pay attention, then you can actually beat somebody in an argument because they have nothing else, especially when they went straight for name call. Oh, now ad hominems are talking about, oh, we have a bigger channel than you guys. Oh, we have this than you guys. You guys are jealous.
Or we're hotter than you now. We're trendy now.
Exactly. And that's the funny part about it, is that that's where they are, and that's where they stayed in this whole video, because they had nothing else to fight back when these guys, I mean, they're making money, right? They're supposed to be the ballers now. They're the big dudes now, right? And so what they should have hired, or they should have had a good PR company working for them already. Heck, you're in the Manosphere. There's going to be more than other men attacking you. There's going to be women attacking you who's a lot stronger right now at this very moment just because of, TV networks and all those kind of things. You guys did not have a PR person. And if you did not have one, then you guys should have been a better PR company within yourself because they backed themselves up. They should have just done the basics. They should have said, you know what? Yeah, I have one. Own it. Self-deprecation allows people to want to have more trust in you. And then no, they blew that chance. They're like, blah. Then they went on an attack without being able to do anything about it. And that's crazy to me. I mean, what do you think about that?
Looked like they tried to pick a fight with the biggest boys on the block and they lost because Abba and Preach, they've been in this game for how many years now, man? I mean, I first saw them on Facebook before I even got on YouTube and all these years and them doing what they're doing. Like they even broke down how many subscribers and followers they have compared to them. So they have a third of that. But just, when you see something like that happening, why are you going to attack the big dog? Why are you going to poke the bear? Why are you going to do that? Because just because you're the one up and coming and popping right now, don't mean that bear's going to wake up from this hibernation and going to go ahead and do some things that you didn't think that person's going to do. You woke them up now. Now we're going to see what's happening here right now. That ain't the case. You want allies. Why do you want enemies? In this whole game here that we're all trying to do right now, we want to be able to come to this person here, come to this crew over here. I come to you, Mike. They come to me, and we all work together. We all get this money. We all get this bread. We all eat together. And what they're doing, they're separating, dividing. And you know what's going to happen? You're seeing that the bear woke up and is going to bite the crap out of him right now.
And this is the big problem. This whole manosphere is still such a new thing. We cannot afford any discourse right now where people are fighting and jockeying for stuff. Men needs to lift up other men, and be proud that other guys are moving up, and to be able to actually have a disagreement, but do it in a calm way and have a conversation about it.
Men behind the scenes, not when the camera's on. Now I can understand there's some situation you got to cam up. Like, all right, then you got to. We could talk about this right now because it got that far. But they went to Miami. They did their show. If it's really some issues, of course, then you know what though? Let's go ahead and talk about this. Be about men. But now the camera's on, we go on camera too. What's up?
Yeah, and I don't think it was in this. When Abba was a guest over at the Fresh and Fit before. I mean,
those two shows.
I remember he called them out saying that, didn't you call me a blue pill before? And then all of a sudden the dude was like, I saw this in another video, and then all of a sudden, I don't know which guy it was from Fresh and Fit was like, I don't remember what are you talking about? I mean, that's so a long time ago. And so right there alone, he got called out. He doesn't know how to react. And if you guys watch Fresh and Fit, he can't handle strong women. He knows how to handle maybe the more, easy ones, easy pickings. But when there's a lot more stronger women, he turns his voice pitch goes up, and then he tries to get out of my because that's the thing. That's all that he can do. And so you could see that he has those problems. And so he's trying to use. I mean, they did such a great job promoting Fresh and Fit. They did such a good job, doing something about it. And you have to give respect to that. I give respect to it, man. But the thing though is, just like they say, everything's recorded now, and everyone can pull back your old information and slap you with it. And he got slapped. And I bet you there's going to be more stuff showing up, man. So hold on, let's continue on with the video, man.
Okay.
We make so much money. We're getting all these views. These guys are clout chasing. Bruv, when I came on your podcast was far smaller. I didn't care that you guys were a smaller podcast. I was like, cool. You guys seem to do some kind of interesting content. I'll just jump on. I'm not the type of nigga who looks at people and judges their value or their perception of me based off of how many followers they have or how many views they get. We cover people who are far larger than us,
man,
and who have way bigger platforms. And we cover people with 100 subscribers. We don't come at people based off of the size of the following they have. We talk about ideas. If you think back about the video, when we said all that stuff about boxing this, it was on the topics. We didn't talk about Fresh's past. We didn't talk about him faking press releases. We didn't talk about you paying for box. We didn't talk about none of that shit. you guys are getting so hyper emotional about this thing. It's funny to me. For so-called alpha males, you guys don't seem to have any control over your temper.
Our channel's better than yours.
There you
We
go.
get more views than you. We've been on less than you. We work harder than y'all niggas. We cut our hair more than you niggas. Like, yo, if y'all want to like us,
We get more girls than
we
y'all
get more
niggas.
girls than y'all
For
niggas.
free.
Like, if y'all really want to do this nigga Preach is married, prior to a fucking beluga whale somewhere, and y'all niggas talking shit. And
How old these niggas are?
So right there, man, right there.
No.
Number one, he went for the wife. So this is I'm gonna go back here, guys. I'm gonna go back to this stuff. Straight up name calling right there. Went straight for the wife. What kind of excuse is the whole thing where they're saying, we get more frequent haircuts than you guys? What type of a freaking that's like, that's like the old school elementary stuff. Your mama
Yeah.
jokes. That's the old stuff. People like, your mama's so dumb, but
Mhm.
it's stupid. I mean, right
But-
there alone.
But you
he
go
is
to
hitting.
the wife though. Women, any kind of disagreement I have with anybody,
Yep.
women and kids are off limits. Plain and simple. Now there could be situations where that the other person's significant other is going to get into it, right? But normally, what men do is like, "Hey, man, tell your woman this is man business. Me and you can handle this." But that didn't happen. They just went straight to, like I said, the name calling and they're saying, "Your wife, this and that." Come on, what part of the game is that? What part of men do that? That's not cool. I don't respect that. I don't respect that at all.
Exactly. That's a straight up disrespectful woman job. Come
Mhm.
on, for you guys watching out this. Now listen, if this video, I'm sure it's gonna get to a couple of guys out there who's like a straight up fresh and fit,
Yeah.
viewer and stuff like that. And you're gonna make your comment here, and that's perfectly fine. I know what we're gonna hear. Oh, you guys don't have any subscribers yet, a lot. You don't have a lot of views, or you're trying to create clout. No. We're talking about the issue here for men. We're not talking about the person themselves. It's the issue because you can apply this to anybody that you know, and you can apply this to yourself to better yourself as a person. And but hey, if you guys want to do that, you have every right to talk. But don't tell us that we can't talk about this and allowing you to talk also. So
And also, I'm subscribed to both channels. So up
Mhm.
until this point here, I was rocking with both of them. They have two different perspectives from the Manosphere, obviously, but they have good points in both their ways. Some people may rock with Abin Preach some ways, and people younger demographic may rock with Fresh and Fit. They both have good meat into what they say. Some stuff is over the top. That's how you gotta do sometimes when you're doing a YouTube channel and you're in entertainment. But they both have meat and potatoes. So I'm subscribed to both guys. But as men, when we see bad behavior, when we see things that's not right, we got to hold each other accountable and call it out like we should.
yeah, I totally agree. And just going back, there was a old school video I think about like 9 months ago with Abram Preach when they're talking about red pill, and they completely said we're not, we're not saying we're red pill, but we understand and respect it. And just like any movement, there's going to have its own faults, but it's needed. The whole Manosphere thing is needed. Just like you said, this wasn't called the Manosphere or Red Pill during the time of Patrice O'Neill, Tom Likas from California and stuff like that. But it's needed because this is the only place in YouTube land that we as men are able to have this conversation. So yes, there's going to be some problems, but having this discourse between two main platforms, it's going to cause separation. And I think that eventually people have to make a decision. But like you said, you're subscribed to both places. You as a man, me as a man, for the guys watching, your job is to be able to get as much information from possible from everywhere to be able to make you as a better person. So don't all of a sudden say I'm canceling Ab and Preach or I'm canceling Fresh and Fit, because there are certain things that you can learn from them.
And why are we going straight to the canceling? Someone does something stupid or
Mhm.
does something idiotic and we want to get rid of them forever. Man, we all mess up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can call it out that they did some dumb ish. But you know what though? What if from the next few weeks or so they learn from it, they squash it out and they Alvin Preach go back to Miami or they go to Canada, whatever it is, and then they break bread and everything's cool now. They had this little squabble. We don't supposed
Mhm.
to cancel them. The whole idea is that you learn from it, so they don't do that crap again later. So then when other people watch these channels, watch these videos, they don't do that same crap either. So we shouldn't go quick to canceling, but we know what we need to do though. We need to shame them and let them know what they did is effed up. It's called
Mhm.
accountability. Don't cancel them and say, "Oh, I'm done with them forever." Nah, everybody does crazy stuff, and we gotta see what the reactions are after the fact, though. First,
And aren't we upset about the whole cancel culture, anyways? Because that's a whole feminist movement doing
that's
stuff.
part of the
cancel.
manosphere. It was
Yeah.
cancel culture. Isn't that part
Yeah.
of it? Why this is going on right now?
Exactly. So why are we gonna jump into the same thing that the women are doing to us? We as men, we need to hold our ground. Now, listen, we can say our words. We can say, "Hey, guys, make yourself known." Let them say, "Hey, guys, can we squash this?" Now we know that the guys once. Now, here's the thing. For my assessment, Fresh and Fit has to take the L. They lost this. They lost this fight, and so just like as any real man, you can be like, you know what, I lost. Tap out. This is like an MMA fight. Tap the F out and earn your lick and get your lickings, right? And just like the victor, Abba and Preach, they have every right to now stomp on them because that's just the thing. That's the whole hierarchy. Like I said, explain earlier, the hierarchy of a disagreement or an argument. If you start on the top, which Abba and Preach did with the whole logic, backing themselves up, now they're, once they win, they're allowed to stomp down and then do name call. But because they started from the top, whereas the guys that started from the bottom, they can't move up no more. They lost on that, But let's
The
continue
victor-
on with the video, man. So,
Victors go to the spoil.
exactly.
40 years old? Yo, old ass niggas too, bro. Like, yo, bro.
I wasn't gonna do this.
Wait, the hand symbol?
Yo, I was not gonna fucking do this.
The international.
But y'all got me hyped now.
Chef Fitz.
I know you guys are not talking, bro. My man Abba looks like he got off a camel, hasn't cut his hair in years.
See what I mean? More name calling.
Dusty as fuck.
They have nothing else to give.
Bruh.
And this is Sudani roasting on you right now, bro. You
Bruh.
Somalian? Yo.
I was like, yo, what anime you came from, bro? Now,
And look
Nigga
at the
looking
face
bummy
of,
as hell,
of
bro.
Abba and Preach
Am
in
I
the bottom.
right?
They're not
Right.
responding.
Obviously, I'm
That's
saying
like
that's his style.
stoicism
I
right
go like,
there.
we're
We're
That's
better than you
being
niggas. We
men.
make more money than you niggas. We got a better fucking channel than y'all niggas. We get more views than y'all niggas. The only thing you guys got on us is you guys been on longer. But I guarantee fucking to you, next year, this time, we're gonna lap you motherfuckers. Because you know what? Nobody works harder than us.
Nope.
Period.
We make more money.
And Kevin Samuels. Nobody works harder than you. Really?
Right.
Kevin Samuels already? I can name a few already
The God-
coming out the gate already.
The Godfather.
Yeah,
Shout out to
I
Kevin
mean,
Samuels.
That's it. But hey, listen, I respect when people are like, be like, own that shit. Be like, yeah, nobody works hard. Look, I respect that because that's you're believing in yourself. But the thing though is you're trying to believe in yourself when you're busted and you have not even addressed the situation. What's gonna happen here? Maybe a few weeks down the road, he's gonna be like, yeah, you know what, I have one. But he can't hide it no more. There's screenshots with
I
his
wanna go-
dog.
I want to go to the site now and see if he's still up. I'm gonna
You
look
know?
it up now.
He probably took it down already.
Yeah, he probably did already. Yeah.
He probably took down if it's still there, he took down the photo of him with the dog. Because that right there, I'm sorry to say, straight up
Man.
simping.
Extra.
That's like that dude holding on to his cat in Instagram. Be like, see, ladies, I'm a cat lover. Yes, like this photo. Oh my God. I will touch your pussy just like I touched this pussy right here. I mean, come on. I mean, for the dudes that have dogs, respect, but using that in a dating site, especially a sugar baby site and stuff like that, that's just crazy.
And that's the worst part is that I love to see a black man get paid.
There you go.
Get your money.
I've never.
Get your money. If your views are stupid, your views are stupid.
He's getting
and
mad.
if you're getting paid, get your money. Yeah, that's not what I'm here for.
There's not a single person that could ever say that we've ever feigned jealousy or gotten mad about other people succeeding. We move at our own pace. Yeah, we've been on the platform longer than you. Congratulations. To me, it's not even that deep. You guys are doing well for yourselves. Good for you.
Crazy.
I ain't never been mad at a nigga making money. This is about the idea. So all this talk about clout and all this, you guys have lived in Miami so long and you've been faking your lifestyle for so
I
long
missed
that you
this
think
one.
everybody is chasing clout, that everybody wants to be with an Instagram baddie. Your whole platform is based around clout chasers. So that's why your mind is warped. Miami's fucked up.
Save 20% on leaf filter.
That was crazy. Actually.
Man.
You know what? That right there was crazy for me, actually. So I mean, I'm gonna stop the video right there.
Okay.
But just want to let you guys know the description to the video, the link to it is right down below, so you guys can watch it. But maybe by now you guys know who Abba and Preach is, so you guys can definitely get there. But I want to like kind of go into that, man, about the whole clout in Miami. I mean, because everybody fakes it in Miami. Everybody,
Oh,
these
yeah.
people, you know, rental Lamborghinis for the weekend just to take some photo shoots. All
They
those
had
kind of
a
things.
They had a video clip recently. So I'm subscribed to their channel, and it says if you're
Mhm.
a father, you have to lie. And they were talking about certain things that men have to do to lie to women. This is part of the game. So that was literally one of their videos they just dropped in the last couple of days. So it's talking about clout chase, things of that nature. Yeah, that's heavy in that Miami culture because everybody's always trying to be the number 10. Everybody wants to be that one.
They want that. It's like in Saudi Arabia, they want the lowest number license plate because that's that shows that you have more money.
Mm-hmm.
But that's but see what you just said right there. You as a man, you should not lie. That's the thing. If you have to lie to get some nani, then that means you have a broken game. Now, my thing is there's ways to word things to make it sound better. That's PR and marketing and stuff like yourself because you have to look at yourself as a business, but don't lie about yourself because eventually you're going to get caught. And when you get caught like he just did, you're going to get exposed. So just imagine now this dude going to the scene in Miami and people who are more alpha than him is now gonna look down on him. I mean, it's just like people like who wears fake Louis Vuittons, fake Chanel, and all that stuff. You
Yeah.
can fool the average person who don't know what a Louis Vuitton purse looks like, but you're not gonna fool the people who can really afford Louis Vuitton purses. So,
Mhm.
you have to look at that. Anything that you do nowadays, it's out there. I mean, come on. Aren't we seeing singers, comedians, all that stuff being targeted now for stuff that they said 20 years ago?
Facts.
Heck, what? John Wayne is being attacked for an interview he had in Playboy. The man is dead. And I'm sorry to say, around that time, old white dudes talk that way. So why are we doing that right now? And so you have to watch it. I mean, what, Fresh and Fit, they're like what, maybe in their 30s, early 30s, late 20s, maybe.
I'll say that probably give or take around there.
They got a long way to go.
Yeah, they do. But here's the thing, like you're stating there earlier, and all the things that you're adding here. I want to put in here that when you pick a fight, don't fight up in boxing. You fight down. That's a mismatch right there. If you're going to go after somebody, you got to fight up. You better know that you have the advantage to knock that guy out. You better get in the inside and take him out. When you fighting down and you have the advantage, you can keep that person at bay.
Mhm.
That is what I've been preaching going to do right now. They played it. The smaller man came at them, and now they pop their jab, and they're going to keep him at bay right now. They're going to go for the kill right now for the clout. Ain't working,
It-
fellas. It ain't working.
exactly. But if you also look at just basic how each side is, Ab and Preach, look at their background. I think they still have the same background from like years ago. I mean,
Yeah.
these guys didn't do upgrades or like we are the product. We're showing our integrity. And like we were talking earlier on today, they have a lot of videos that are not meant to get them the views, but they want to talk about it. That's showing integrity. Whereas the other guys are just putting content out there that they know is going to get the views. That's
And
why.
I was
Oh,
going to
go ahead.
add too that it is showcasing that Fresh and Fit is losing views right now. It is dropping by the moment. If you see where their views, their subscribers were at
Mhm.
prior to this incident, and now where we're at today as we're recording this,
Really?
man, it's a steep drop off. People are picking sides and they're rocking with Abba and Preach right now.
That's crazy.
And I didn't know that till it's other channels and shows I started checking out, just getting more information. They were pointing this out. They're doing screenshots. Look at their subscriber counts. That's why they went ahead and trying to. Well, I know you want to get into another time of how they
No, we
tried to
we
reach
can, we
out.
can get on it right now. I mean,
Okay, they try to reach out and try to apologize to a certain way, but it wasn't a good apology. But a little too late right now, basically, because the way
yeah,
and then the way they act with their humorous attitude, and then the way they word the apology. Like you said, they need to hire a PR firm. How big they are now. They may not be big as Album Preach, but if you're making money the way they're making, and you see their setup right now, and they invest the way they invested, they need a true PR firm right now as we speak before things start cradling big time.
and that's the thing where like with the whole Miami scene, high value, the pretend high value, fake it till you make it type of a setup. that's only going to take you so long. And if you look at both sides, I was trying to explain, Abba and Preach, they may have lesser views now compared to Fresh and Fit because Fresh and Fit is moving up. But who has the most money in the bank? Because those guys have been in the game for so long, and they don't have the crazy Miami looking location and studio.
They look the same when they first got started. So you can tell they're not spending their money on janky stuff or upgrading their wardrobe. If anything, they probably buy a new t-shirt here and there, but they look the same when they first got started. So the bank should be mildly increasing on their end. Now, Fresh and Fit, they invested into their show. You can see that in their background. You see the behind the scenes of the computers and the producers and the cameras, not just in the studio, but behind the scenes. They invest to their product. They showcase that. But I've been preach. We talk about that money. They probably using the same camera
because it's hazy still. I mean, it's just like, that's the thing right there. It's just, for a lot of guys, don't look at the flashy stuff. I think a lot of people just like, and I think that's also wrong. There's goods that, like I said, there's a good thing that what Fresh and Fit is doing. I think that, it makes you want to work harder, but then the problem is it make some guys out there try to work harder for the wrong things, but they don't have the amount of hustle that some of these guys are doing. Because Fresh and Fit, they're hustling. You have to give that props, and they may not make it, and then they're faking it. Like, I don't know what's your take about faking it till you make it. What's your belief in that actually?
I don't believe in faking until you're making it, but I believe in having the mentality that you're striving for the next. Example with my current job, haven't been able to. I'm wearing t-shirts now because we stuck in during coronavirus seasons now, going into another year, it seems like. But I always dressed up. I always dressed the part where that people didn't think I worked in the group that I worked in. And it's the old mantra: you dress for the job that you want, not the job that you currently have.
I completely agree with that one. There's one thing where I think also it's because a lot of people say, no, well, you're dressing too much. No. This is how you're supposed to dress back in the days. I'm still living the original corporate living.
Yeah.
Not this whole jeans showing up Mark Zuckerberg thing, which Mark Zuckerberg can wear whatever he wants now because
he's the boss.
Exactly. But some
the boss can do what he wants. When you're the boss and you got employees and you're revenue generated, when you're able to create your own rules, then you can do what you want. But that's a whole different ballgame because not everybody can create their own rules. You got to apply by the game that's actually in front of you right now. So that's how I look at it. I always dress for what I was going for, not what I already had. But that's just me though. I've always tried to look forward. Positive thinking. That positive thinking means that I'm eventually going to get to that point. And then when I get to that point, I settle in, but then it's on to the next now. I don't want to get settled into that point. So that's the way I look at it, Mike.
Yeah. So before we end this, man, which side are you? Who won for you?
Gotta go with Abba and Preach, man. You know what though? That's old school. You gotta go for here's why I look at it. In this game right now, it's all about respect. They've been doing it for a long time. They've been doing it. And when you look at their content, we're talking about integrity in their videos and their message, they've been on point all the time. I'm saying? Every once in a while, we're men, we're gonna crack joke thing there, but their whole overall, they're on point. They're 100 every single time. So when you see something like this happen here, hey guys, you just gotta take the L, Fresh and Fit, and just bow down, pay respect to your elders, and then keep it moving then and learn from it.
I agree. So, anyways, for me wise, I agree with you, Dave. That's exactly where I'm at on who won. But you know what? I want to be able to hear what the people are watching. Who do you guys think won this? And it's perfectly fine. Own your decision, and I won't critique it because you have every right. Because I mean, I'm not much of a boxing person like you are, Dave, but it depends on the perspective of the of the people scoring. Sometimes the one guy that sees it differently, the other guy sees it differently. You guys might see something, but here's one thing I want to be able to hear. When you guys comment and make a decision because we're agreeing that's Abba and Preach who won. If you're going to choose Fresh and Fit, please tell me why you feel that they won this one. And what we want to do here is create a dialogue here. And there's no wrong answer. We just want to be able to hear from you guys. But anyways, totally appreciate that you guys joined us. Dave, stick around. Let me finish something right now. Anyways, guys, totally appreciate that you guys were here. Like I said, if you guys like the content here, we're going to slowly grow this channel. comment, like, and subscribe. And please check it out as we grow this channel. We definitely want to be able to grow with you. And if anything you guys want me to talk about or the guys to talk about in this channel, just leave us a comment and we'll take it from there. Have a good one, guys.